What all-too common trait do you find extremely unattractive in the opposite or same sex? Story 1. Making excuses or they are never in the wrong. I own up to my mistakes. I make sure to apologize if I'm in the wrong. People who go through life and always have an excuse for the stuff that happens to them or that they do, I cannot stand them. You have not gotten fired from 7 jobs in 5 months? Because all of the managers were terrible and jealous of you, Becky. You got fired because you are a terrible worker. Are you late for every event all the time? Do not come up with a new excuse every time. It wasn't because your dog was sick. You got stuck behind a slow truck. There was traffic. Yeah, that stuff happens. It doesn't happen every single day. You are late because you don't care about being on time. You don't plan accordingly. You don't know why your boyfriend left you? Can't possibly be because you cheated on him. Oh, you didn't cheat on him? I could have sworn I saw you making out with a guy that wasn't him. You don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, alright. I do not hang out with people like this. I currently work with a man like this. He keeps inviting my husband and I to hang out, and I say no every time. People like this are toxic. You'd think after the first couple of no's, he'd get the hint, right? The more toxic a person is, the stupider they are, I swear. Story 2. I meet a lot of people with some kind of weird moral opposition to holidays, and it just exudes selfishness. No, Valentine's Day is not super meaningful. Sure, maybe it's propagated by corporations. Add it to the list of all the other holidays celebrated in a secular fashion, including ones you probably enjoy. So often find people who are happy to dress up for Halloween, get wasted for St. Patrick's Day, and receive birthday presents. But as soon as they reach a holiday where it's expected that they do something for someone else, they're the commercialism police. I don't know. As a non-religious person, I think of all holidays as just an occasion to have fun in a theme manner. Some of those themes include romance or presents or cards. Plus I hear, oh well, I shouldn't need an occasion to give him a special present. It's more meaningful if I just do it because I thought of him some other time during the year. That's a great school of thought, but it only works if you actually do it on occasion. When I meet someone who doesn't want to get his mom a Mother's Day card, even though he knows she'd love one, because of evil corporations, it's just hugely unattractive. That woman pushed you out of her and took care of you for at least 18 years. You get her a card every year. Heck, make one if you don't want to give more money to a corporation. She'd like that even more. Story 3. Mind games. Being expected to know or do something without proper communication hints at things. If you want something, just use your words and be straightforward. I know it may seem scary if you're not used to it, but it makes things so much nicer in the long run. On the same hand, obligation. If we were seeing one another, I don't want to feel obligated to see you, or like I have to. I want to see you because I want to see you. Edit. It's come to my attention that I may not have been clear regarding obligation. I understand my partner has needs, and I will and do gladly provide to fill those needs. But when a partner proceeds to guilt trip me into something or puts me in a position where I feel I'm not allowed to see my friends or have me time, then it becomes obligation and no longer a situation where it's mutually enjoyed. Yeah, that I agree with hard. Once you make it seem like a chore, like something you have to do, it's no longer enjoyed as much. Story 4. Trivializing my feelings as overreactions. I guess I should preface this by emphasizing feelings, not out of control behaviors like throwing tantrums or throwing fruit. That is obviously unacceptable. I'm talking, hey, what you said kinda hurt my feelings. Yo, that's honestly not my problem. If you're gonna overreact, I'm not even gonna talk to you. People like that fill me with so much rage, it's unbelievable. You can just tell they have never had to deal with the consequences of their actions, and don't know how to handle confrontation even if it's done in a way for them to grow. Story 5. When I say I like something so they tell me they like it too even though they don't. I want to know your actual interests. This is the I have no idea how to connect with the opposite sex style of conversation. Very predominant in younger age groups lacking significant experience. Too afraid that a disagreement will make them not like you. So just conform your opinions to match theirs. Unfortunately, it ends up making you look like a doormat. I used to know someone like that. Note the use of used to. Story 6. I don't know what to call it, but I will give an example. There was a man in my college language class who was in his 50s. He struggled to catch up with the rest of the class, but he was persistent. And there was this girl in class who would constantly make fun of this man among her friends for being slow and old. Whatever quality she has, I find that extremely unattractive in a person. It just screams I peaked in high school, and when they realize that, it's gonna hit them like a truck. Story 7. Spewing all sorts of men are from Mars, women are from Venus BS. Talking about women like they're an alien species that work by a totally different, almost indecipherable set of rules that makes them irrational, emotional time bombs. I mean, this is a really grade A flirting technique, right? Who doesn't love being reduced to only a negative stereotype? Who wouldn't want to jump on that? Wait, so you're telling me I should change my approach? Story 8. I'm a millennial, 25 years old. And I hate it when people promote this, I'm awkward, I'm ugly, just want to eat pizza, I'm petty, I'm a jerk, I'm crazy on the inside. If you date me, I will do X, Y, and touch your butt kind of thing. The part that makes it unattractive AF is when I see memes and statuses like that all over their Facebook, when they're nothing like any of that in person. It seems like a fad to me, and I don't like it. I believe the phrase is chronically online, and I 100% agree. I can't stand that stuff. Story 9. People that make it a point of pride to tell you that they'll tell you exactly how they're feeling, or that they are as blunt as it comes. These people often confuse truthfulness and honesty with downright rudeness. Also, in the same vein, people that never fail to offer their unsolicited opinion in every single situation. They always act like it's some great advice too. Story 10. Asking for advice when they're really looking for validation. Hey, do you think this is a good idea? No, probably not. Why don't you ever back me up on anything? Story 11. Telling me every meticulous detail about their day, which I find interesting and I'm happy to discuss, but then never asking me about my day or holding any interest in my stories when I tell them. It just kinda hurts sometimes. Like, I have an interesting life too. Please ask about it so I feel included. Or when they finally do ask and they don't even let you get a word out, or just interrupt and tell you about a similar experience they've had. Story 12. Flakiness. At this point, if you flake once without giving me a 24 hours notice, and I've known you for less than a month, I'll probably not talk to you again. It's incredibly disrespectful to my time, especially if my plans revolve around you. I understand if stuff happens and we have to reschedule, but literally have had instances where women have canceled 15 minutes before for some BS reason. I don't know if I can get behind this one. Like, yeah, it sucks when plans are canceled, but stuff happens all the time, and that's alright. Story 13. This is more friendship-based than romantic. Throughout my life, I've known so many gay people. So many. It really annoys me when a gay person makes their identity about the fact they are gay. They use it as a shield in lieu of regular conversation or interaction. It's an easy low-hanging shtick that just bugs me nowadays. That individual gay person may be the only one in a circle who acts that way, and thus views it as part of their individuality, but it's a very, very common way to be. I couldn't agree more. When something someone likes or identifies as becomes their only personality trait, it makes it really, really hard to be their friend still. Story 14. I like hanging out with friends and having fun. Wow, congrats on being a totally normal person. Could you be any less interesting? If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. I'm a bad itch related cliche quotes. So you're basically just kind of a see you next week then. Why is being an itch a good thing? So on and so forth. I feel like I'm meeting these same 5 or so girls, but with different faces each time. I blame social media. It's made most people just a hive mind and no one has a unique point of view or interest anymore. Story 15. Mistreating people in the service industry. When you're being a total a-hole to a waiter or cashier or fast food employee, it does not make the object of your affection think, wow, he or she is clearly superior to them. I don't care if you're rich or smart or privileged. If you treat other human beings as peasants who are beneath you, just find that so incredibly ugly. Honestly disgusting when people get a whole power trip just because someone made them a sandwich when they asked them. Story 16. Obsession with spicy time. If I'm on a first date, I don't know you well enough to be attracted to you. And no, me saying I wouldn't consider spicy time on the first date in my online profiles is not me playing hard to get. And for the record, there's nothing wrong with spicy time on the first date. Just can't feel attached to someone who I don't have some emotional engagement with. Story 17. Not wanting to admit when they don't know something. I don't know isn't that hard to say. And not knowing something doesn't mean you're automatically stupid. But pretending to know something when you don't does tell me that you're an egotistical idiot. I swear some people are just afraid of learning. Story 18. Me in this thread. Wow, I hate that one a lot too. And that one. And they're not even scratching the surface about all the annoying behaviors I've cataloged in the back of my mind right now. Wait a minute. Am I picky? Wow, I think I just realized I'm an intolerant jerk. Weird. Glad we could help you realize. Hope this is the start to an amazing journey for you. Story 19. I don't like the expectation among some that different treatment will be given based on their attractiveness. I'm not going to be rude if I don't find you sexy. Also, just because you have a nice face and ample rack, I'm not going to be differential to you. I treat people according to the interaction. Courtesy and respect exceed all superficial traits. See now this guy gets it. Story 20. Not being interested in current events, but having a really strong opinion or campaigning your butt off for someone or something when it matters. Like you can't even name the 3 branches of government, but you're ready to take up arms if your favorite candidate doesn't win? Story 21. I'm the sweetest itch you could ever hope to meet. But if you come for me, you're gonna see a whole new side of me. So you're a see you next week then, got it. Story 22. Lack of patience. Getting angry after something frustrates them just a little bit. The attitude of quick anger is annoying and at times overwhelming. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe for more videos to come or else this spider will be in your bed tonight.